Si o get me vai tu a dia na no sira mamenu de agosamu con waga rare ne qui yo ganti aplo a dia na no sira kadu Sabu bushimbo sazo mega ye blanco kwadi so e kawaga kama mapenyo nyokoziza Bagam ya botlana ye to dogins kewe to keino sugu kuwa boye resi ao mamenu to keino sugu Lero mana we ye we so resi kewe to keino sugu kuwa boye resi ao to keino sugu Tumao Nyera no yo kagoda boa Mawe koya mo ite won wore toke won ro gon be keido Mawe so yesi gawe la du Ye kwe mo te wonu agara mo yi muso e kaso mo plaki am yi nyoba waka ma o Awe so yesi gawe Awa no so ye tu ga Ma ne wo bile agu Zo sira gini agazua Awa nyoko zamao Gini sugu kuwako eresi Amenu Hani anamo siere abagu Zom Yeti Maluo Soko Puta que não gosta certa e como meu na zelagu apaka inte tu me tome magawa kori de take gonga gbebo atene mage yema sewe wapia yewa sore tu magasi mau kala muni black ya muni yema wa kama ana nere yetu Si o get me vai tu a dia na no sira mamenu de agosamu con waga rare ne qui yo ganti aplo a dia na no sira kadu Sabu bushimbo sazo mega ye blanco kwadi so e kawaga kama mapenyo nyokoziza Bagam ya botlana ye to dogins kewe to keino sugu kuwa boye resi ao mamenu to keino sugu Lero mana we ye we so resi kewe to keino sugu kuwa boye resi ao to keino sugu Tumao gone Nyera no yo kagoda boa Mawe koya mo ite won wore toke won ro gon be keido Mawe so yesi gawe la du Ye kwe mo te wonu agara mo yi muso e kaso mo plaki am yi nyoba waka ma o Awe so yesi gawe Awa no so ye tu ga Ma ne wo bile agu Zo sira gini agazua Awa nyoko zamao Gini sugu kuwako eresi Amenu Hani anamo siere abagu Zom Yeti Maluo Soko Puta que não gosta certa e como meu na zelagu apaka inte tu me tome magawa kori de take gonga gbebo atene mage yema we wa pia yo so to magasi ma u kala muni black ya muni ya ma wa kama ana nere yo
Good evening, folks. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. A lot of you are already trucking in here. We say thank you very much. We're not going for the election to truck anybody in, but we want to thank you very much for coming on the Public Radio platform this evening to share the evening with us. We say thank you very much. Thank you very much. Uh, we want to first of all say thanks to every one of you. And we ask you to please, all you have to do is just click and share because the more you share, the more people come in. And the better it is for LPR and then for your own radio station as well. We want to thank you again this evening for joining us. We appreciate it. We appreciate you all of the time. Now that you don't have anything to do, but to share your evening with us is wonderful thing. And we really do appreciate that. We want to thank you very much. Again, folks, Samson to Labra Rido, host again conversation with Samson to tonight. We're here. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. We will be talking some stuff tabata here, but most of the time tonight we will be putting some truth in it. And the question that I have for us tonight, where are they? Where are they? And we'll go into that tonight. Samson told. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. As we come before you, my Lord, we put ourselves before you and we put ourselves at your mercy. Because of your mercy, you are such a merciful Father. Because of your mercy, we are here and we want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for everything. We will continue to pray to you because with the prayer we offer, there's always reward. And we know that. Those of us that believe in you, we have no rush. We pray and leave it with you in your hands because you know. We all know your hands cover all of us. I want to thank you for that. My Lord, as we come before you again tonight, for those brothers and sisters that are unable to join us tonight, step in, bring comfort to the family. We want to thank you for that. We say, my Lord, the Republic of Liberia and the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed by you. And you have done it before. You have done it several times. So we have no doubt you will continue to do that because the country, the Republic of Liberia, is in your hands. The President of the Republic of Liberia, we ask, my Lord, that he be blessed. Whatever he touches, President Baka, whatever he touches, that indeed his hand will be blessed. Yes, my Lord, extend his life. Give him long life to do what it is that you have to do for us. He still have a lot to do. He still have a lot to do. And we ask you, my Lord, guide him, guide his hand. Give him wisdom to do what is good for our people. And we ask, my Lord, that whatever door he knocks, that door indeed will be opened by you in the interest of the Liberian people. As he come here visiting the United States, when he leaves, my Lord, blessing follow, investment in your name follow. We want to thank you for that. We want to thank you for that. My Lord, we say it again, the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. That's how we do it here. Those of you that are joining us for the first time, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. We call God's name. And then we talk about Tabata. Plenty of people yet to know. You're thank God for Johnny or you're thank God for Johnny. Yeah, I tell you. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, few things I want to clear out here. You know, they ain't got no shame fin now. I've always explained to you when I do well at work, I come and tell you. So, in the last few days or more week now, there's little here and there at work about my project. And I will not hide it. I'm one of the best engineers around, especially roadway engineering, design, construction. I take my job very seriously and I do well. And people know it. People who know me know that I'm not a slash when it comes to those. I'm a slash in other area. Tabata, I'm good at it. But when it comes to engineering, I'm very serious. So there's a project I've been bragging about here quite recently, not too far from us. Ma'am Fatima, good evening, madam. Thank you for joining us, madam. Thank you. So there's this project that I've been bragging about. It's not a long project, but they're replacing the bridge to the ice more total to reconnect the roadway and widen the road a little bit, make it better, and make it drivable and what have you. So I took on this project. I did all of the design. They call it AA file, all your design file, call it AA file. The existing condition they call BB file. I don't know. Don't tell me. That's how Carl Trent named me. So I did all of that. And then the supervisor and his people decided that it's a good project and send you this high already in there. Let's bring other people on board that you can train and they can help young engineer help for them to educate themselves in this design since you already know what you're doing. At first I said no because these things, the concept from me, I know exactly what I want, what I'm intending to achieve on this design role. I know exactly. Of course, I'm going to follow the code, but how they all come together is in here. So you're bringing people out, unless I can speak crap to them. I can speak crap to them. So whatever, how they will learn it. No, but I'm very serious though. So I said, okay, well, I turned the project over to many people. And people started working, doing stuff. And when we finished, I told him I don't have time to review. You got to bring other people. So he brought up people. He himself was involved in review. They said, fine, blah blah. Just send it out. Contractor within the last 2 weeks, they've been sending requests, inquiry. How is this one going to be done? How is that thing going to be done? Usually, when I do these projects, that's why they call it blueprint. You follow the rules. You do this, then from there you do this, then from there you do this, then from there you do that. But these young people, they don't understand it. They just say, you do this, then you go on the other side, you do that. Why in between? Nothing. So the contractor came back. Last week, I said, okay, I'm going to take care of it. I took care of most of them. But the damage was just too grave, too big. So they decide, okay, let's pull. They're supposed to go to advertising now. So let's pull the contract back out. Let's pull the project out. And we had a meeting, I believe it was yesterday. One of the things that I take full responsibility on, mm, and that has to do with the fact that I got I believe that I know so much. I decided to relax. That's lesson. You never pretend you don't. If you know you don't know and you pretend you know you don't know, you suffer. So I'm the best. I always come here, I'm the best. I'm the best. So this one area, they widen the bridge for future. So the part that they're not gonna be driving on is about almost 30 feet wide. So as you come out of that 30 feet wide, the other place is empty, deep in the hole. So I said, no, I'm not going to do that because if anybody, people come from Toton, they decide, oh, something don't matter, before you know they fall in the hole. So I will fill the hole up. So that area should be traversable so they can travel on it. Okay? So I decided to pick a material. This is the second time that has happened to me in my engineering career. The first one was my senior year project when I did the building and decided to be so nice. I decided to put a steam instead of bringing electrical heating system. I decided to put a steam heating system in the building. And the steam heating system before that time have not been used almost 50, 60 years. It was out, but I decided to put it back in. The people, you know what happened. So anyway, so I decided to put this material, what they call shoulder backing. Hmm? And those of you that are in construction, shoulder backing material, you can only put half a feet of shoulder backing. Because the reason of the shoulder backing is this is the road. People driving here. So your dirt over here. And y'all can see all in Montreal. Y'all the road here, y'all the people way down here. Well, here, they don't allow that. So as you drive on the road, you make a mistake, your tire fall out here, they want you to come back without falling all over or without flipping. Shoulder backing does not allow that. But in my own total mind, I decide I'm gonna use shoulder backing. So I put shoulder backing all for safety. So all through this process, I said, but Mr. Toe, did you look at the code book? I said, what code book? I'm from Total. Do I need to use? He said, no, 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 Mr. Toe, have you looked at the code book? So they showed me the code book. I looked at that code book before, and I read the shoulder backing part of it. However, what I didn't go further on that was that all the way to the end, they will tell you the compaction process of shoulder backing. It's not the same compaction process of dirt, real dirt. They call it embankment. Embankment, they can compact it to 95% practice. You can't do that with shoulder backing. Shoulder backing is some dirt, gravel put together with some dirt in it. So the void is just too big for it to be compacted easily to traverse on. So after I realized that yesterday, after we went to the meeting, of course, I'm from Total. Nobody, you gonna count on my meeting and count on what nyama nyama. They want to come blue up on you on the side. They want to come blue up on you over there. I said, I'm taking prisoner here today. So after all this, okay, Mr. Toe, just go ahead, come up with a solution. So my supervisor suggested, okay, instead of taking the whole 2 feet to make it shoulder backing, why don't you put embankment? Since shoulder backing specifically say 4.5, which is half a foot. So the rest of it, you fill it up with embankment, and then you can put that on there. I said, okay. But then I look at it, I said, no. The fact that my intent that people driving off of this bridge, and I don't want them to fall. So the intent was to put shoulder backing wide enough so that anybody sleeping at night, you miss, you can still come back on the road. That was my intent. And since shoulder backing is not going to support my total intent, I said I'm going to change. Maestro, good evening. Thank you for joining me. Yeah, Maestro, good evening. Mr. So is supposed to take care of that thing. Yeah, very next week. That all for me. One next week. The 2 hour will be here every 15 minutes. We'll play that clip. I hope Mr. So will put it together. So I decided, okay, go back into the code book. So I went back into the code book and I read it, the entire thing. I didn't do total business this time around. So I thought to myself, what's the point of even using shoulder backing? If I can't use A, because you can use A, B also, aggregate base with different specification. So I said, if I cannot use A, B, and shoulder backing is not going to support my car weight, forget it. I'll use embankment. But here's the issue here with the embankment. When you use the embankment is a void, and you fill it in with dirt. Where the dirt coming from? My excavation, the dirt that I'm going to excavate, clean the place, is not enough to fill all the voids. And I have to balance the excavation, and the embankment has to be balanced to zero. So I got to go back and redo all of my calculations. I know already it's going to be negative anyway. So when it's negative, I have to balance it by import and borrow. So when you yesterday I was on here, even though my mouth was running, but I wasn't happy inside. You saying they because the conception part of drawing and designing and the roadway, they are coming from your mind. You are connected to them. So if anything goes wrong, unless you're not a good designer, but anyone you can ask Victor Smith, you will tell you as soon as you take it from here and put it on the paper, it's part of you. If anything goes wrong, you feel it within you. And so I wasn't quite on board yesterday, but it was a short time, so we just have to do it. And why am I explaining this to you? Because I've always on here running my mouth. That I'm the best. Oh, nobody can beat me, man. Oh, nobody able me. But from time to time, we make these mistakes. We're human being like any other person. The good thing and the best thing you can do when you make mistake, be a man enough, be a woman enough, be a person enough to say it's a mistake. And the good thing about me, I know myself, I know my position in my community. Engineering community, Liberian community, total community, Todi community, Samson Toll House community. I know myself. I know my position. And the other time I was on here when my wife yelled, say, come on, let's take it. I ran out of here, right? I know my position. You think I'm stupid? I know my position. When she came around and said, I need to see you right away. Bye bye, I'm a view. You think I come to God, said I am Roman Mars? What you? No, no. I know my position. I know my position. I come to come in the night time for me to go to sleep. They could lock the door. Can I come in? No, you can't come. Go sleep on the couch. Me? I know my position. No, but on a very serious note, I thought I'd bring this up for you guys to hear that. And so once you should be a man when you find something, it's a mistake or what have you, to admit that. And so it's a fix that I can do it. No easy, no hard time in it. I'll fix it. But anyhow, so I thought that I'd tell you guys this. I have a program scheduled here tonight. They may all see on the screen here, when I'm mine. My program will not be diverted tonight. My program I got, the way I'm gonna talk, I program everything. It's gonna be like that. He just visiting. He just visiting. He can't run him more because he say he got something on me. He can't run him more. Blah blah blah. That liquor talk. Anything he can't talk tonight. That liquor talk. You're gonna listen to him. Rescue 2, Rescue 2, Rescue 1 is calling. Mr. So, good evening. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you coming on. People were asking
Well,
yesterday where you were, all that kind of, I'm just one of those people that were asking yesterday. Let them know you are a visitor. You're not part of my
wait a minute. Prince Johnson train you to be what tango? You the new tango now or what?
when we see you, that the tango can come out because you follow all kind of, we need two people to tackle you. I can't do it by that. So rescue 2, rescue 2, rescue 1 is calling. Rescue 2, rescue 3, rescue 1 is calling. Rescue 2, you need to join quick. Mr. So, good evening. On a very serious note, I have a program here that I'm going to be talking about tonight. It's a very serious matter, but I thought that because I've always come out here, oh, I'm good, and then there was this issue with my job, the project that I was on, and I wasn't feeling much better about it, so I thought I'd let my brothers and sisters know. But no, Mr. So, thank you for joining me. What's on my plate? There are two things here tonight. One is the very first one. It's the toucher stuff that I've been reading about today on Front Page Africa. It's not good. But before I do that, I want to say to many of our listeners that we as Liberian, all of us, are still traumatized. It's no question asked.
Are you laying the groundwork for
Yes,
excuses
yes.
or what?
You want to excuse Mr. So don't come and put Tabata on my show. Let me talk. Let me
No,
finish
but
my.
just get straight.
Mr. So you don't come to tell
They
me you
don't,
don't
no,
no, you
listen.
don't come to tell me how to run my show.
I am not telling you
Okay, so what are you? I
what,
don't
no,
need your
listen.
suggestion.
You
I don't
see,
need your help.
yeah, hold on. Yeah. And I know this is that's the problem we have in society. When people
Okay.
needs
I
help, they say
don't
they don't
need
need
your
you.
help. I don't need your help. I can handle myself. Let me run my show. Let me run my. You come as a guest. I
I
will.
am not a guest.
Who are you? Who are you? Are you?
I
Are
am a
you?
regular. I am a regular
Uh,
host like yourself on this
host
network.
I am the host of Samson Two Conversation with Samson Two. I'm not on any kind of or any other host. Let me make my point, Mister. So tonight I will not allow you to try to derail my show because usually they send you here. But let me put no on a very serious. Let me say this, Mister. So the point that I'm trying to make here is this: we Liberians, and Liberia have 14 years of war, civil war, killing each other without batting eyes or batting anything on it. They kill you for fun if they have the opportunity. And you too, on the other hand, if you have the opportunity, you kill for fun with nothing. But here we are, no more killing. What happened to those brothers and sisters that used to kill without any reservation? Where are they? For example, yes, picture here. These young people during the height of the war, during the height of the war, they were what, 15, 16 years old? Okay. Say 90, let's just say 90, 2003 to this point. How old are they? Mid 40s. These kids look like this here. The mid 40s. Still in Liberia. Where are they? Where are they? Let's go on. Yes, another group here. These most likely was in the early 20s. Back in 93. I mean, 2003, 2000, 2002, 2003. In their early 20s. They're most likely almost 50, 50 something now, close to 50, 40 something. Where are they? They're in Liberia. What are they doing? Let's go to this.
Who are you asking?
Mr. So, please let me finish my stuff.
Yeah,
Yes,
but I can't be here. You
Mr.
need to.
So,
No,
I will
no.
call
Listen,
you. I
listen,
will
listen.
call you. I will call
No,
you.
then don't. No, no. Let me just tell you now. It has become a habit, and that has to stop. And I'm going to bring
Mr.
it out in the public.
Mr. So, when I'm done, you can address whatever issue you have.
Don't.
That's how,
What is the time? What is the timeline?
Mr. So, you're not going to put time on my show. It's not going to
No, but
happen.
no. Listen.
Just,
Okay,
just, just,
we will have a conversation
that's,
off
that's,
screen.
that's fine. That's fine. When you're ready, we'll go on. I have my show all set, and I'll go through the way I have the show set, and I'll bring you on. And you can chat style, you can throw your CEO weight anywhere you want to take it. That's up to you. But yeah, some more kids, folks. Most of the kids that you're looking at here were teen. How old are they now? In their early 40s, late 30s. This one here. This was a time when they were shaking hands, the end of the war. Where are these people now? Okay, so I bring you to these attention here tonight. I bring these to your attention because of what I'm going to be talking about here. Torture. Torture. The government is being accused of torturing people. Who are those that are in the security apparatus? Were they trained outside of America? I mean outside of Liberia? Were they trained? Are they all trained? Or they just got there because they used to be part of this war and they know and nothing else except to be in the security forces. If you have an issue like this, and refuse, whether this government, past government, doesn't matter, but as people, we refuse to be treated. We refuse for our mind to be clear out. You remember Gideon was in jail sometime. Charged to come from jail, ain't take long, he died. Another guy, double, he came from jail, ain't take long, he died. He also accused the United Party government of torture. Of torture. He said he was tortured in the place. In fact, when he came from there, he was blind. There's another group of Granadians that were in jail. One of them went almost blind. They came out and they all accused the Unity Party government of torture. The issue for me is this. Here we are. Another report is out. Torture on a Unity Party government. And I'm not going to put finger on whatever who in leadership. This government must take this report seriously. Yeah, you said, Mr. So what can you do? Nothing. If the government refuses to take it seriously, that's fine. But your people are watching. And there will come time that the shoe will be on the other foot. If you don't help now, the security apparatus, the security forces that are operating today are the same security forces that used to be there under Madam Salif. What happened? Do they just believe in such thing to torture people? I will read it. But let's hear from the CEO. Perhaps he's here to suspend me and what have you. Let's hear from your CEO. What's on your mind?
You tired talking?
CEO, what's on your mind?
I'm asking if you're tired talking. Don't come scapegoat people here. You know the issue to address. What's the essence of this? This thing has long passed. You need to hold your government accountable who did the torturing. That's the core. That's what you should be having now. This thing happened how many years ago? You talking here, there's no one that you can remind regarding what happens in Liberia. First of all, you're not a rightful person to talk it. We should be the one to talk it. We faced the bullet. We went through the process. You were here. You were having fun time. You were having your hamburger. You were doing everything here. You were all in Rhode Island here. They took you from here, carry you, whatever they carry you. You came back. So you did not experience anything. Why you should be talking now? The reality of today is what happened with this sort of report. If I were you, and for the good of for your listeners, and that is your responsibility, is to face the reality and call it as it is, and call on the government to come out. Who did this? It's not in isolation. These people were picked up by, they were not picked up by rebel. They were not the rebel. Those days they were rebels. So people committed all, but you have a constitutional government. And no one, whether if you're accused until otherwise, even if you're accused and found guilty, torture is a serious crime. But you what you are doing here tonight cleverly, because you knew I was going to be here. So you're finding all sort of way to salad dress this here and put it on the side of try avoiding it. And you want to make it like, oh, whether this government, that government, we are talking about what happens now.
Thank you.
And that's why I challenge you. Hold on one second, you talk here. And I challenge you to look in the eyes of the camera and to be honest to your viewers, to your listeners, because they are here for a reason. And they want to take away. So it's not about you.
You think by you dressing in bandy man here tonight, that what would make me scared?
Those are whatever you
have. We are bandy and Grand Cape County hat. That was supposed to scare me. That was supposed to scare me.
You want to be that you just forgot now. You want to say your own son too? That means supposed to talk.
No, Mr. So yeah. Look, the reason I mean bringing these pictures up is very simple. Why we are here yeah, we will put blame to what the blame's supposed to be. But I want to point out to all of us that indeed Liberians and Liberia has gone through a lot of issues. And the fight here is government after government refuse to resolve those issues in terms of human capital and in terms of human suffering. Those brothers and sisters, if the report is true, that tortured, they were tortured by fellow Liberians. Let me bring in Sister Cotry. And they were tortured, if the report is true, by fellow Liberians. What will put another human being in that position to torture another human being? What will put Liberians in that position to torture other Liberians because you want information? You can only do that if you remove yourself from the human psyche that you're supposed to have, for the compassion as human being that you're supposed to have. And you can only do that for somebody who been out of war and yet still to be de-traumatized. You saw here the last time about drugs issue. They were put. I got a video here where they were putting the people hand behind their back. They calling it. They say tabe. That's not civil war. That drug issue. Why you tabeing anybody? But because we Liberians were very quick to revert to those kinds of positions, and that's the point. Now, in terms of during the war, what was my position? Yes, I was here in the United States, but we were going from state to state, trying to find solution. And when the solution was not coming fast enough, some of us from this section, I'm from Grand Unit, and so the Grand Unit Association was able to come and raise money to buy food for our brothers and sisters that were living in the barracks. So it's not like we were just sitting down here. Yeah, of course, we were not involved in the war, but daily news were coming. When you guys were going on that ship, news were coming to us daily. They were telling us how many people from this place, how many people from this town died today, how many people from this town died today. When it got good for us, we had some people that were keeping good record. In fact, one of them was in the process of reporting to us when the rocket struck them in the barracks, where another brother of mine died at that same time. So we were keeping up, except we were not on the ground. So yes, I feel bad for many of you that went through the struggle, went through it physically. I mean, saw your life flash right before your own eyes. People you're walking with, they get killed right there and there, and you keep moving. Yes, you have gone through a lot. But these are some of the things that I'm saying. The government, doesn't matter who, you need to de-traumatize your brothers and sisters so we don't have to go through this kinds of process. Marco, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear from you.
Good evening, Mr. To. Good evening to Mr. So and the people of Liberia. I come to report some kind of Tabata inside here today. Posting in your Gary. Mr. To, thank you very much for your analysis. And I just listened to the story, going around today. Why it is very unfortunate to hear such a news that somebody was tortured. My take here, I'm very sorry if it is true that actually that torture went on. But here I am right now. When did the torture issue come about? Since they started the arrest and re-arrest investigation, there have been no issue of torture until when they said there was evidence found. Evidence found
Okay. They want the evidence come back, we'll bring you back. Let me go on. Once she come back, we'll bring her back and let her finish her statement. But Mr. So, this is coming from Front Page Africa, and I'm sure you probably have read it already. She's not back here. Shocking revelation from the independent medical report have thrown the capital accident in. Okay, They said every city, Thomas, blah, 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 were subjected to torture. Why in government custody? That's the report. That is the I'm reading from Front Page Africa. Okay, and you can go on to read all of it. The medical doctor from AMI Medical Health Care Center, renowned medical health care center in Liberia, and I'm sure this person, medical doctor, I don't know him, but I'm not too sure if you have any fish to fry in this. Okay, that they have done some X-ray, and his report, his conclusion is that indeed these people were tortured. And here's the part about it here. They were using the UN standard of torture. So most likely, this report going to end up on the desk of the UN Torture Committee. And President Baka was there today, making a statement about how he intends to improve the lives of many Liberians. But yet still, in the back of it, okay. Sis Carter, you got okay. Here we go. I'm bringing you on. You want me to bring you on now? Put your thumb up if you're ready. Okay. So President Baka is doing everything possible.
Yes,
to
sorry,
That's okay. That's okay. Let me land. Let me land, then you can finish your statement. President Baka is doing all he can, where he show to the world how he intend to improve the youth and the women lives in Liberia. And here comes a torture report while the man was on stage. Let's hear from you, Sis Carter. You were saying something that how come now the torture report is coming up. So where you leading with that?
yes, Mr. To why it is true, like I said, it is unfortunate to hear a story of torture. But when did the torture story, come about? It had been how long since this case started? Did we one day hear about how people were tortured? No.
Sis Carter, we've been hearing that story ever
It's
since.
been a long time.
It been in the paper, it been everywhere long time ago. Except the medical report has not been done until today.
Okay. I'm saying when did it come about in the court? So let's agree. And I'm not against what happened, and it hurts me. And it is bad when people carry on those things. And for me, I am saying,
Can you tape your camera a little bit so we can see the entire? There we go. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Okay,
So my own
brothers and sisters are writing here. I don't know how true it is, but we want to announce. Few people have written that we are house on 9th Street is on fire. So I'm not too sure how true that is. So we just put it as we see writing here. Go ahead, Sis Kotu.
So when they ask you as a network, who reporting now, who you gonna quote?
I'll quote myself. Go ahead, Sis Kotu.
That way is there somebody down there writing in?
Sis Kotu, go ahead.
I am
Hey,
not.
don't mind that you want flower. The men are here for conversation tonight, here for confusion. You heard me, I said people writing here. They say, then you say, well, they ask you who you say you report.
So if I were you, we will verify. But you not carry a, and I'm sending message in the group. You see, you gotta go for training, okay? You will be trained. You got not a bill breach.
I'm a journalist, seasoned journalist. Right, everyone. Go ahead.
Yeah.
When I rescue and answer a call, the Reverend, yeah.
Yeah, so my take on this whole thing, why it is true, I keep saying why it is true that it is nowhere acceptable to have people torture. For me, I'm against it seriously, and I condemn it to the seriousness of anything. But I'm saying right now, this case now have been diverted from the fire ison to the torturing. And when does the torturing case become serious? It was when they said, oh, yeah, we have found evidence, and the evidence is here. Now that the evidence is here, it was the time the lawyer brought up that issue about the torture.
Jean David, good evening. Thank
Well,
you for joining us. You
so,
want us to
so
call your
we
name, I'll call your name now.
I'm a politician. I know when politics is playing. And when reality happen, let's focus on the reality and discuss what the reality is. It is bad that these people were tortured, but equally so, when we're talking their torture issue, let's also focus on the ISON issue also.
Okay.
And right now, a lot of things is playing. You saw what people started saying, that even I'm not saying people shouldn't run and go be receiving, their political hair or their political candidate or whatever it is. People were there saying that, in fact, while President Baka is here giving speech, up to that time, people were still saying President Baka is sick in the hospital. Can you imagine? So I mean, that's why when I say I want, when we come sometimes and say this thing, let's give the people the fight. And sometimes some of the things that are happening, they brought up that issue that yes, that people were tortured, but they never make it an issue of raising in the court at the time. They were only serious on the ISOM issue until when they said evidence came about.
Thank you.
So for me, that's what I want to stress on at this time. Let's be realistic. When things happen, and when this government came to power, when they started weeding up people who were not trained, people who were not qualified to be there, the next thing what started coming out? Oh, they're targeting people. They are targeting people. And then this is what can happen if you don't have well-trained people in security apparatus. We saw it with the DEA. Those that were working in the DEA, they started selling drugs. We have seen it here.
Thank you, and I think your point well taken. Please stand by. We'll come back to you. You stay with us here tonight. Terry, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's on your plate, sir?
Yeah, CEO and Cisco, you too, Liberal. Yeah. So you are talking about it. I know torture.
They mean the last.
But the man, when you hosting, you
that's why I keep saying when you come here, you call my name first. Don't call Cisco wherever you need. Don't call them. Call me first.
Sorry, the Liberal. The political
you make it coming down.
The people
You will be singing all night now. Your own man call you call you
but anywhere, don't mind me and Liberal. Anywhere Liberal go, I will go. Tomorrow Liberal say leaving United Party are going with him. We know what we're on. Don't mind because we can be fighting sometimes, but we on the same path. What I want to say to you, is that in as much as I give credit to Front Page Magazine have not been cordial in her news reporting.
You sound like Donald Trump now.
They have not.
The people they when they cover the news, they don't cover me favorably. So Front Page is not favorable to the government. Go ahead.
Yeah. Trump said we mustn't take Tylenol. So. But anyway, so I want to tell warning, Esther, don't take Tylenol. Trump said you shouldn't take Tylenol. So, Mr. So and Liberal, Front Page is reporting.
Esther will come for you tonight. I got stop over.
Front Page is reporting a news concerning torture. What kind of torture? Because the people say that these boys were sodomized. So the main thing that they were going there for was sodomization. But now they're talking about torture. What kind of torture? Because the people went to check them. They say they're behind heart problem. They went to go check it. They refused for the people to check it. So the defendant seems to be dilly-dallying, jumping from one place to another, like what Cisco was saying. To an extent, we don't even know definitively what they're really trying to present. Okay, I don't support torture at all. But what kind of torture here are they referring to, right? If it's a sodomization, was these people beating immensely? We can look at it. which is something that need to be looked at. But why is the defendant keep changing the goalposts? First, they say the evidence the prosecution presented was not enough, and it was a useless evidence. The people presented the evidence, and you change the goalpost. You say your people were sodomized. So the Judge Willis say, okay, go to the place there for checkup. They refuse. Judge Willis compelled them to go. They went now. The people say they check the place. What they say the people sodomized. They say no. We get a liar to check up. So that torture now.
That why in the report? That why in the report, Terry?
But if you following the case, what is on the case, that what is about the case.
No, I understand, but part of the report that came from the medical
Yeah,
doctor.
the report did not highlight sodomization.
Okay, so I understand.
So what's your argument?
I understand. So
my argument is the news reporter is not consistent, and because of that, until I can see the report, I'm not going to believe the story.
Okay, so the report
the
report that we're talking
about, I'm saying, that's
Terry,
my opinion.
Terry,
I'm not talking about everybody else's opinion on the network.
But let me ask you now. Terry. Let me ask you, Terry. Let me ask you now. You said the people went there. They said, okay, they think you'll come for your let low. They said no. Is that in the report? The report said the people refused to be examined. Is that what? What the report said?
There's a alleged. There are allegations that state that these people refuse to allow them to be checked.
Terry. If you don't have an in-depth of it, I mean, you really don't force to speak to it. But don't just brush it off. These are very grave and serious issues.
He already told you how he against torture.
That's not the tone. That's not the presentation of his tone. He tried to position. He trying to take a tactical position here. They said that was this and that. And let me just tell you, in the process,
you hear the need to call him. They said, Mr. So, JNB is speaking.
So what? Of
they
course,
said,
I'm aware.
JNB.
Yeah, but he's the president. He's speaking. So what happened?
No, it's a JNB speaking.
What we are saying, it was GOL that gave these people the choice to go and do their own whatever test. Right. Now, if an alleged crime is committed here, and even it was reported that, this is what happens in the interim, in the investigation, the possibility or the probability of another incident can be discovered. So you can't come here to say, because they say they call a finger, but now the toe caught. So while they didn't tell us first the toe was caught. That's not the case. First of all, we must condemn if it is and we must wait and see. They're going to be going to court. They're going to produce their evidence. But the issue of torture for any country is not a good thing.
But Mr.
It's not good. And if that happens, then the question becomes, when was it? Because this thing has been within the space of the news cycle, and people were pulling it here, giving a different interpretation because of politics. Now, if all of these things, if it now come from a medical facility to say that this is what happened in line with what was said in the past, and if it is proven, and the court said that's it, then we need to find out how, when, and why nothing was done about that.
I think before I go back to Terry, I think the fact that the judge ordered this examination and was specific in what hospital to go to, agree on what's the name of the hospital, AMI, which is the judge agree on, and these people are sending their report straight to the judge. Now, unless the sodomization was the main focus from the judge to instruct, if that's part of the instruction to the medical facility, then that will be addressed. But if the instruction to the medical facility was to look holistically, look at the issue of torture, then you cannot be selective. If the medical report is saying yes, indeed, these people are tortured according to the instruction you gave us, this is what we look at, and these are the reasons why we say they are tortured, then you cannot be selected. But let me go back to Sis Kotu. Sis Kotu, go ahead. Let's hear from you more on that.
Yeah, this is to what we fail to do is what always catching up with us. Now that they are afraid, oh, okay. And
Who
let me tell
afraid?
you,
Who afraid?
government is afraid of taking some stand, to straighten up the security apparatus. And we know very well that some of these people that you were showing out there, I saw you showing the photos of various, classes of people that fought the war. And if these people I stay around and you find them in the security, apparatus, definitely we're going to see some of these things repeated because there haven't been any penalty that any of them have been dealt with. And because they are not dealt with, they will continue the act. And this is act that people who have been involved cannot easily do away with.
So
Everywhere they go, is that they have become part of their livelihood. We saw during the Sierra Leone, the African War, rather than even the Sierra Leone War, we saw some of them went there as missionaries to go and fight because it had become a career for them. So we have to do something about it. If
who
we
have to do
say,
something?
okay, if we take the action now, all people will say something. We need to get them on and then be trained and change them into different forms. If they continue being
Look,
in those places, people go in security
Mr. So,
apparatus.
the young lady is speaking. Let her land. Go ahead, Kotu. You got 10 minutes more.
I have seen we read other things, we watch show. People come in the security for different reasons. Some are criminals, some are killers.
Criminal, are you saying this government security apparatus, you got criminal and killers
I
in it?
am not saying, I am saying
Oh,
we have watched show. We know how people come into security apparatus to perform certain duty that they
okay.
are found in. I am not saying this government.
Okay.
So I'm saying they should try to get their security personnel well trained.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you
Mr.
very much.
So, Mr. So, before I go to Terry, what are we saying here that is perhaps bothering you? That you're trying to interject when my guests, uh, uh, well trained guests, very versed into the conversation we're having when they're speaking, you try to interject. What are we saying here that perhaps is not on the right track?
there's nothing that bothering me. What is bothering me, we need to face the true reality. There is no correlation with what she's saying. That these people do. Torture is a sort of unique technique that is initiated by security with the hope of people to falsely incriminate themselves. So what are we trying to say here? Who put these people there? And even if somebody put them there yesterday and they are not the rightful people who support, because if you remove them, people will talk. Is that an argument here we want to make here?
No,
No.
that's not
This
even
I'm
the
coming, I'm
definition.
coming,
Hold on, Sis
I'm
Kotu.
coming.
Hold on, Sis
He
Kotu.
is a chief of
Sis Kotu, you
interruption,
will
and then
respond.
he too he want to say. But what I'm saying here, these are very grave concern if it's happening. All right. You ordinary person who just arrest people cannot just carry out a torture. Then we need to know how long this torture has been, which of the apparatus, which of the security apparatus institution, this individual, because they were not picked up by the rebel, those folks who were saying at the time we had a complete breakdown of law and order. And
So the
people,
question was,
everybody was for
where
themselves, they
are
were fighting for
they?
themselves.
Where
What?
are they now?
We supposed to be asking because there were fundings provided by the international community, and this is where we still want to know how far did the demobilization process went. And
Okay,
guess
thank you.
what? These factional organization party, all of them, what did they do? All of them. It started from Joy We Are Brother Power. Joseph Boyka brought a born naked, and Helen Johnson, all of them had a thing. This is what we are saying.
Why are
But
we?
it goes back to the point that she's arguing. This it goes back to the point. So this sort of bling game here is just inexcusable. It is the government. These people are not picked up by. It was not the time Gong was fighting. Everybody was like defending his or her
Okay,
own
all
life.
right, thank you.
We have a constitutional government. So
We
when
do.
people,
We
when the
do.
government listen, the government has a right to arrest, to pick up people, but picking up them to arrest them does not give you the we are part of all of these major international protocols, all right? And for them to be for this whole torture thing is not like today. It's just only because this new case has emerged that's been validated by
Sis Kodu,
medical reports.
can you mute, guys? There's noise coming from somewhere. Sis Kodu, mute and okay. So,
With this medical report. So we are saying, I'm quite sure the president is concerned because the president will want to know as well. And somebody needs to answer the question. Somebody
all right.
knows something, and that person needs to speak out. That's what we are saying.
Thank you. Thank you. Who we? Who you and who we? Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Terry, let me come to you.
You guys, it's just sad, man.
Terry, let me come to you here. You got 6 more years to deal with us, and if possible, 12 years to deal with us, Mr. So just get used to it, and we will make sure you don't go anywhere. You stay right here with us. We are in numbers, and we will make sure you stay right here. Terry, let me come to you. Let's see here. This torture business. We start hearing it from Madam Salif time. A little bit of issue out in President we had time, and plenty coming on President Baka right now. What is happening with us as Liberians? If all of these reports are true, does it mean we just don't care for how do you call it? We just don't care for other human beings?
Labor, I think this is a whole system that have been into place, and I think it have been our system of getting information from criminals that conduct grave criminal activities in the country. But whether
You're
it
saying we
meets,
torture them.
yeah, whether if it meets international standard, especially for all of what we want from the international community, I doubt it, and I don't agree with whether if it meets international standards. All right, but
What
we
do you
should
mean?
also understand.
What mean international standard?
Well, torturing the human rights and all the kind of thing come into play to tell you that this is not right. This is not something that you should do. But these are all security strategies to get information out of people. And
So you're saying, let's go one at a time. You're saying President Baka is quite aware of these security tactics.
I think so. He knows about these security tactics
He knows that
because he's
Liberian
brief.
security apparatus torture people. He knows that.
He's aware of that. He can't tell me that he's not aware of that. Then he's
Okay.
not. He don't need to be the president. But here is the thing, yeah, Libra. Where these people went for this examination is also on a question. There are allegations that people believe that these people have a conflict of interest. Potential conflict of interest is also identified with this particular medical facility, which is AMR.
Conflict of interest in terms of the compromise because they
Yeah, taking bribes for they can take bribes as well because the allegations that I'm reading here and in the report, the report is
do you know when they say somebody muddy the water? You know what it means?
So the liberal.
Hold on, Mr. So please.
Hold on 1 second. When I call you, I call for a reason.
Are you leaving? Are you leaving?
No, the president speaking.
It's not the president speaking. Business.
No, if the president speaking, then I'll be quiet.
Oh, maybe it's different.
What kind of old man is this?
All right, let's hear what you call my name for. That I'm for fool, that for sure. What you call my name for? I'm listening now. What you call my name for?
Terry, speak.
Huh? You
Go ahead,
just
Terry.
come for flower tonight because you must say we ain't talk
No,
for 2 3 days.
no,
So
that's not a. You see, people were writing here,
uh-huh.
and then they get a comment. So in this business,
Mm-hmm.
when you see a colleague, somebody talking, and there's an interruption, then
Mm-hmm.
it they mean they want to validate or bring some information.
All right, let's hear.
How many times would I explain this to you?
I am the journalist guru on this here, so
No,
you don't
man.
have to explain anything
So
to me. Go
Terry,
ahead.
I mean, we saw people were writing here, and I said, hey, you got to reach out. I mean, they get their sources, which happens to be the truth. But now, with respect to the president house being on fire, I think we just need to go ahead and
So,
see the
folks,
right video.
sorry for
Yes,
that
one of
break
the
in.
midwives, his
We are
29th
live
Street
here
apartment
from the home of
is
the
indeed the
former
truth.
president.
Now we have
Uh,
validated this, and it's indeed.
Currently, the
So
situation
put
is
it
under
here, I mean,
control.
to bring it out front.
And
But just
former
the other
Representative
people have
Moses
been writing
Akaosbe
that were just trying to get
is
headlines.
in there.
So okay,
Uh,
now we know the president house. Let me just mute this here, and then we can go on. Now we know the former president house. Let me move it from the screen. What's why? Okay, go ahead. So it's true. The house is got on fire. We don't know yet. It's still soon. With
Oh,
respect to how it happened and what's going on.
We'll
That's a
find out.
control point.
We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll find out. So, Terry, go ahead, make your point.
yeah. So for what I'm reading here about this particular facility, even the defense people complain that this facility is not credible enough and blah blah blah. They got ties with the government, so they don't trust the reporting. I'm surprised that they now are claiming that the the position of this particular entity is valid enough for on the case. So I think the problem here, labor, is that uh this is the way how Liberian government have been extracting information from criminals. All right. And I don't think it is the right way, but I think that is what they do. It, in contemporary time, if this is proven, if this torture is adequately proven, because most of the time, if the prosecution lawyer say they don't trust the information, they could send these people, they could wire them to a different location for another examination. Because I want to believe that the criminal lawyer, the criminal court is going to try to satisfy the both party concerns. So they will request, because of what they can do in the court, they will request for another examination. All right. But I don't want to agree wholesomely until I can listen to the court proceeding. But the reason why I say I don't trust front page magazine, I see people writing, "Oh, Terry did, Terry that." It's up to you. You want take me to BNN pastor? It's up to you. And you're not in my church. Neither am I preaching to you every Sunday. So I don't know what you're worrying for. You're not paying tithe to me. At least if you are paying tithe to me and sowing seed in
Pastor,
my life,
like my
then
first
I
I
will,
think
I will not
pastor
be worried.
rejecting congregation, congregation.
They said what they're trying to find out way over there. They said,
Wow.
"Well, I'm talking about you."
People
No,
want
if
us
they
to the
were
church for
at
salvation. You
least if
say,
they were coming, at least they were part of the church, at least paying some time and thing when they thought I would go in my share. But you're not doing that, you contributing nothing. Even my late life and thing, you don't count on except to support. Then you
wow,
but 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 liberal.
you're in
So that
trouble,
is what
man.
it is. That is what it is. You know.
I think you put CDC people in their shell tonight. I don't pay nothing every day. Pastor, I have business. What I do?
I will join JMB. That's not your business.
But anyway, thank you. So, the more we learn about President, we are house business. We will try to talk about it. If not, that will be explored tomorrow by Mr. So on his show tomorrow. But let's move on. Let's move on as far as I'm concerned, Mr. So. Let me ask you this before we move on. Do you see the torture issue here ending up in UN? I mean, U.S. State Department report on Liberia next year?
I wouldn't be surprised. There are other, not just necessarily front page, but they have other international cable wire. These things, as it happened, they report them. As soon they get an initial reaction, it will be reported, it will be investigated, and I mean, it's a serious crime. Under the chapter which we are signatory of the United Nations, that it's not something that's permissible. So doing that to him is a high degree of humiliation. So to humiliate people, and we know what it comes with. Uh, I mean, this thing it being all in the air. They have accused. They report. It was reported, and here we are to come. And if it is true, coming from the court, government, um, I mean, our concern is how did it happen? These people that were in the custody of a government, they were in the custody of a legitimate security forces, not just like a wartime faction group and this one lawyer to this one lawyer to the no.
So,
So I mean, and sometimes people act, do things, whether people who did it arrest, they did on their own, or they were acting on specific instruction. That which I wouldn't be surprised because those things it always come. Those are things people try to intimidate. You remember the case of Colongo Luo those days, MMD Flazameton? Yes, those things were reported because government always try to do this thing to incriminate people. I'm not saying that what has happened now, but the past history, every government on planet Earth, especially in Africa, they get a very bad reputation of that because they will always want to get a case. So they do these things to incriminate people and will carry all these sort of on bad things just to make their case. It's a one of ways that we're seeing happening. We don't know yet, but it was reported and it has been in the air. So whether we trust front page or not, front page has been the newspaper that have been reporting things, we've been quoting for it. So if people try to say, oh no, let me take it back, this one here, I do not believe front page, let's wait and see. And let's see what the judge says. Let's see how this thing gonna be spotlight, but it's just not good for the country. And with what you were saying, Otto, what you were saying, I just don't see, honestly, I just didn't see the correlation that people, we are people and they were talking, the people moved in. No, it is the responsibility of the government that even whether they were hired 50 years ago, you need to do your own evaluation. This is why in our workplaces and everywhere, you have a quarterly, annual to revision, supervisions, and all of that to see who is up for the task. If they are not up for the task, you send them for retraining. If they can't be retrained, what? Then they exit. That's it. So it's not an excuse. It's
so
not an excuse.
Terry, let me ask you this now. If the torture report is something to go by, and they take it to the court tomorrow, and the judge decided with the evidence on hand, those evidence were collected illegally, therefore the kids are out. Where do we go from there?
Well, I would not want to be the one to say that because I don't think the judge is going to do that because I agree with you. The defendant is seeking for the judge to suppress the evidence. So, in other words, the defendant seems to be afraid that the last evidence given by the prosecution is valid enough to run a conviction, and that is why they're seeking to suppress because they know they don't have no option. That's why they went the way of torture. And that was a fun thing. And that is, to be honest, I respect Councilor, what you need? John, what you need? What the guy name, man? Councilor Johnson? Arthur Johnson. Arthur Johnson is a professional lawyer. I give it to him. I must give it to him. And he's a criminal lawyer. That was a very clever approach to go because Arthur Johnson knows that evidence that is in the custody of the court If they go through that evidence, Honorable Kofa then will be convicted automatically. But this particular thing he raised, if it is proven from what I'm reading here, that these people actually were tortured on the basis of these evidences, on the basis of these kind of allegations, it's possible that Judge Willie can render the case, render the evidence to be suppressed. And if the evidence is suppressed, then the government get nothing to
So,
push it.
so, so you're saying that the government case is solely and wholly based on the evidence gathered from these torture victims, according to the report.
Well, the evidence gathered from the torture victim or the evidence gathered is what will make the case convincing enough to the juror
Yeah, but
for
what
them
I'm
to
asking
run a
you, what
conviction.
you're saying, you're suggesting that if the torture it can be sustained by the court, and the court throw the case out, then the government have no standing, no more legs to stand on. And I'm asking you,
Yeah,
so the only evidence they had is the evidence from these guys who are not being portrayed as a torture victim.
I don't think so. I think they got other evidences, but the other evidences will not be strong enough to acquire for them the conviction that they are asking for from the court, because you need witnesses to prove before the juror that truly this happened. And if the evidences is based on those who were in the custody or testimony, then those who in custody, based upon the evidence coming, based upon the medical report coming from the medical agency, they could stand up and say, well, we were based upon our medical report, we were tortured. That's why we said the things we say. So thereby the criminal code A will be compelled to suppress the evidence.
So let
So
me
that
go
is
to
where we are. But here is the thing I wanted to say about this particular group. The defendant accused this group of somebody, I know they say somebody who was tortured, traumatic, physical trauma, was diagnosed in the same place with malaria. The AMR facility. This person,
I want to
this,
like, bro, when they hit you, when they finish with you will not even be able to stay.
you
The
know,
hospital, everybody
so
been praising when the government suggested that the same hospital you talking about now.
this hospital, they say they have visible physical trauma. The person have visible physical trauma, but the hospital that knows malaria, the AMR. So that is one of the things I say. I
Okay.
don't
Let me
trust
let me
Liberians something.
let me go
And
to Mr.
these people that were arguing this thing, the defendant, they the one were the first people that said that the court should not allow these people to do the examination. But now they're coming back now to say, oh, we agree, they something correct. We're
Yeah,
not.
because the court insisted. The court made sure that they have they insist on the rule. But let me go to Mr. So. Mr. So, let me ask you this here. Representative Kofa, former Speaker Kofa, and his colleagues have been accused, and the main accusation, the evidences seem to be coming from the torture victim, as they claim to be now. If the court tomorrow throw the case out based on the torture victim accusation and what have you, if you were Franti Kofa, former Speaker Kofa, will you be pleased that the case thrown out without you being truly vindicated through the eyes and through the public forum, which is the court, through juror system finding you not guilty, or will you prefer to be happy that the case was thrown out because of they gather information illegally?
So, why will you say is not being fully vindicated? It's the court decisions. This what they are talking about. There's some sort of correlation here. Now, these are people that were arrested by joint security on grounds they were chief facilitator to whatever went on. And if investigation proved right, that the confection done by these people are because of what they went through. It means that just watered down everything. So I mean, the government got a number of reasons to be worried. This is not good. You get a number of reasons to be worried. This is not good because these are people that you claim you have evidence recording this, that, blah, 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 only to come back to this point that something illegal, something wrongfully was done, something against basic human rights was done for confection to take place, then that's a problem. And we're waiting to see whether the court decision of the court again will be overturned, and people will say no, the other court here now good, or the other hospital here not good. Then the question becomes who licensed that hospital. Then the question becomes how long this judge has been there. If this judge now will be whatever judge they think. So it's a serious problem.
Okay, again, folks, Samson told Labro Poblito. Conversation with Samson too is here
seems
tonight.
not to be in a very good mood tonight. I don't know why you and your folks. What's wrong with the other rescue mother, Auntie? Is she gone?
Mr. So, she left people in charge, capable people to handle you. She doesn't have to be here.
These people here, they are downhearted tonight. It's not a good. You're depressed here tonight, man.
But what is the depression, Mr. So?
We're being
the game that the defendant playing. We're not going to fall for it. First of all, I'm not even in support of anybody going to jail or anybody being tortured against their will.
Why are you against?
We do not know whether if this report is valid yet until the court can rule. When the court
so what happens when the court rule?
Yeah, when the court rule will know. And you told us that
would they accept the court decision?
And you told us that the court should rule on the speakership, blah blah blah. Did that? And the court rule we always submitted here. So why you can wait? Then the court. So when the court rule, anything the court say will accept it.
Do you accept what? Do you accept what the medical facility?
My as I say, I shouldn't laugh. But she laughed.
Yeah. Do you accept what coming from the medical
people?
Why are you and this liberal so divisive here? Who is not your people?
Jerry,
is not your people?
Jerry, listen to Prince Sharia, my people. He coming here and
another assassination. I told you that this guy is a fanatic. I don't follow. Wow. I used to follow this guy when President Weah was in power, but since President Weah lost the election, I don't follow because most of the things that be doing a tabula rasa bugan. I don't really follow his thing. He's a sound guy, but since President Weah lost the election, Prince Sherry have not really recovered. When he recovered in 2024, I mean 2027 or 2028, me and he will have a conversation. But look at the kind of thing you're writing that President Oga wanted to assassinate President
Gentlemen.
Mr. So you believe that thing?
No, I'm calling your attention. You guys, you and your liberal, you are a very bad presenter.
Mr. So.
Very bad presenter.
That's your thinking. I am the journalist guru on this show. You can't come here and try to educate me when it comes to journalistic ethics. Prince Harry, Prince Johnson, Prince Harry.
What we are saying is typical. Will you be if you on live program? You want to argue with somebody coming? Do you? What's the point?
I'm just.
Why
He wrote something, and I'm trying to. Mr. Why do I even have to answer to you? But anyway, I am the chief moderator. I'm the board chair. I don't even need to answer. Why are you asking me questions? I'm following you answering.
No one put rock in your Gary.
I know. They're not even saying that. Let me go back to Mr. So on a very serious note. Mr. So,
I don't know, man.
What do you think the court will do tomorrow? Can you give us some prediction about this report?
I'm not a soothsayer. You the chief of speculator. You can speculate. This is why I don't just jump the gun. This is why I don't say,
Okay,
"Oh,
all
they're
right.
gonna
Let's
do this."
let's let's listen to Prince Sherry. He's one of the when he shows up here, he become a special person on our show. So
To
let
tell
Prince
us
Sherry.
how President Boga trying to kill President Weah, that is
Yeah,
not
well,
even coming to Jesus.
let's hear that now. Prince Sherry, I'm going to put a number up. Call us, and let's hear your side. We'll give you some time to explain why you believe what you believe, because these are very
My
important.
brother Van, thank you for watching the president's speech. You did very well.
Prince Sherry, you have a number here 916-533-2048. Give us a call and explain why you believe what you believe. And that's okay. We this is what the platform is for. Anybody can come out and make a claim.
And
Okay.
that's what you're supposed to do. Because when people make these comments, you're holding accountable of their comment. But when you jump into a confusion with them, then you're
But who
then
making
there's
confusion?
something.
Who making confusion? Like, the only thing here is Prince Sherry, you got 2 seconds. That the liberal here. That I'm kumbaya here. You got 2 seconds. If I hear you, that's it. No, Prince, give us a call. The number is up there. All right. Let's go on. Let's go on while we're waiting. Folks, any of you can call. Anybody can call. It doesn't have to be Prince Sherry alone. Anybody can call now and give us. We're not going to be here that long tonight.
Yeah, it's not a good night. You can.
Mr. So every time.
When two of you all they get a pepper boy, yeah, 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 yeah. So you're saying, man, everybody going there, shit. Clarence David, banner you to net. Clarence David saying, "Now if you call himself to net, he said me, he said,
Can we call it? Thank you. You know,
Good evening. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Good evening. My name is Libra Teramassing.
Oh, yeah.
Libra
Right. Let's hear from Prince Sherry. We're waiting for your call.
Oh, man. See how you guys doing, Terry? I said the CEO just asked Cotto one question. She ran away straight.
There we go. Okay. All right, hold on, Terry. Hold on. Let me merge this caller. I believe that will be Prince Sherry. Hold on. Let me merge this caller. If it is Walter Cutter, if this is Prince Sherry, do you mind yielding to him?
Yeah, I yield to Prince Sherry. That Prince Sherry call.
Is it Prince Sherry?
No.
No. Okay, Walter Cutter, go ahead.
All right. So you know, the CEO says something. Or was a question asked of the CEO about whether this thing will surface in the next report, human rights report. Not only that it was surfaced, right? There's another individual.
I think this most likely is Prince Sherry. All right, Walter Cutter, you're most likely gonna have to yield if this is if our oil is gonna go through. If not, everybody go okay. Let me try again. No, it's not going.
Maybe he's trying to call. Just give him a chance. He will come.
Yeah, no, he did. Okay, folks, let me, those of you that are listening, Walter Carter will call you guys back. I will call you back. Let me see if I can call him direct. I believe that's his number. Let's see where he gonna come on a liberal show and make such a claim. We'd like to find out. Okay, yeah, he is. Is it Prince Sherry? Prince Sherry, good evening. Why will you come on my show and make such a claim when you know people are watching and reading? What exactly is it that you want us to know?
All right, thank you so much, Mr. So, for giving us. Sorry, Mr. Fo, for giving us the opportunity on your platform. This is serious. It has to do with our democracy. It has to do with the stability of African peace, and it has to do with the respect for political freedom and the rights of people to associate with whatever political party they choose. As you may be aware, I'm going to give you a series of instances that are very clear, and you know, and I know that these things have been happening in Liberia, but unfortunately, there are not many people that have been carrying it. probably because they have their own political alignment and they feel that, they should ignore it. The first thing we saw was the burning down of the Speaker House, Honorable Funati Kopa, at the time when he was being, let's say, cornered by this particular regime led by Joseph Lima Bueka. His house was gutted by fire. You and I are aware of that, and the Liberian people are aware. The second thing we saw was how he was forcefully removed by this particular regime. We also saw the illegal domination of the CDC headquarters, where our headquarters was demolished by this particular government. As we speak, the case is still in the Supreme Court. But again, there was an order given from the presidency to show that the CDC headquarters is destroyed. The second issue that we saw was the attempt of this government on the life of President Weah when he made a trip. While coming back to Liberia, we saw that his plane was then refused to land at the RRA airport on 2 different occasions. And we saw what happened day before yesterday, or let's say yesterday, where His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah was about to land in Liberia, and we saw how the government decided to put full-armed men all over on the street to intimidate citizens so as to carry on a diabolic attack against His Excellency President Dr. George Weah. But again, citizens were resilient. The peace-loving people of Liberia decided that we will protect the lives of President Weah to ensure that he leaves from the airport and go to his residence. We saw that. You and I saw it. Even though you people refused to flag out the issue, but we always saw it. And today, from information that we have gathered, there were some plainclothes NSA officers that were seen around his area. But thanks to the security that were able to intervene on time and that he was rescued, but as I speak to you, the explosive that was planted at his house went off and some portion of his house was damaged. But the CDC as the political institution will speak to that officially. But what I can say on this platform, there was again another assassination attempt by the Bueka-led regime on the life of His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. We see this as a provocation and we are calling on the international community to be able to intervene. I think as Liberians, as citizens, we have endured the pains, we have endured the provocation from this particular government, something which we cannot continue to ignore. And we are using this medium, and there will be several mediums that will be used to call on our international partners to be able to intervene. This is the life and living true story that we are telling you of as I speak now. Citizens are trooping in their thousands to the home of President Weah to make sure that his home is protected. This is what is happening, Mr. Chu.
Thank you, Mr. Sherry. Thank you for that information. And LPR will continue to investigate and find out exactly what has happened. Mr. So is here, and I'm sure he had dispatched his boys in Monrovia to do their own investigation. I'm sure some media institution are also involved. But thank you for the information. We appreciate it. Whatever you have some more, just come down and let us know, sir. Thank you very much. Okay. I'm gonna take rescue 2, right? Rescue 3. Rescue 3. Y'all hold on.
You see what you did tonight?
Why? What did I do?
You gave him free public relations. Why you try to avoid? He explained. You went on it. You didn't ask any questions. So, I mean, so what was the point of the phone call? You were begging him to call.
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. He didn't ask him.
I don't want to because I don't have much information.
But that way you were going to get it for him.
So you called to get information.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me take this on the caller. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, hi, Mr. Tu and the rest of the guys.
Can you hold on 1 minute? Let me merge this other caller, please. What happened to my phone? Okay. John, go ahead. After that, then we'll talk about coming.
I wanted to say something about this case that will be heard tomorrow. Look, listen, any person who has a chicken brain of investigation will know Anybody who has a chicken brain in investigation will know that the government meant to lose its case. They needed to lose the case so that they could go ahead and steal as much money as they wanted to say they rebuilding the capital and nobody will be held responsible. Listen, everybody knows they burned that place down. If they didn't burn the place, let them explain how they got the chairs of the speaker and the deputy speaker out. They got a tape. There is a tape of Colette standing in the Capitol building yard and pretending to be crying and said, and I'm sure Spoon has that tape because it was the journalist that was interviewing him. He said, he crying, that we didn't know the fire was going to be this deep. Now, anybody who has deductive reasoning will understand what that means. If you didn't put it there, how you didn't know what it was going to be? Now, listen, the government knew with all the mishap they did with the crime scene, how journalists walking up and down there, how people all over the place, and even the police that was supposed to be minding the building were never investigated. They knew they were going to lose the case. But that's what they wanted in the first place. Because if they were going to be held responsible for burning the building, that's a impeachable crime. But since they can't hold the people who they accuse, so nobody will know who did it, and then they can just go on with business as usual. So nobody's stupid here. Maybe some Liberian people are stupid, but not everybody. So that game they play, let's see what the judge will say tomorrow.
Okay.
Anybody, like I said before, who has a chicken brain investigation will know that it was the government that burned that building down.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it, sir. Walter Carter, what's on your mind? And then we can call Rescue 3 back.
Yeah, Mr. Paul, good show tonight. What I want to say is about the torture incident. The torture incident is very, very concerning. There was a guy who was always flown. He was from out of Liberia to seek medical attention. I don't know what is in America or somewhere, but there was a report that came out from that hit the international wire that everything that was done medically shows that he was tortured, no form of physical or psychological and sodomization or the whole nine, yeah. And that report already made a way to the State Department because it's in the possession of the international community. As far as Liberia involvement in torture, it should be concerning. And this is not the first time. And most of the guys who spoke about their torture said they told them that they were going to turn over to Butnick. Butnick is a notorious person who this government has given serious attention to.
They were turned into Butnick, the preacher Butnick. That he's a Bugu man now.
But he put himself in a whole thing because he's the rescue, how you call it, defense force. According to him, he got men wearing black going on to the president. He had to protect the president.
Okay. Hold on, what I call that? Let me merge the other call that, but please make it brief. So, please mute yourself. Please mute yourself because we're getting feedback from you. Now, Walter Carter, the guys that just call in, please mute yourself. Fine. Thank you. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Walter.
Will the allegation from Prince Sharif, you have to look into everything. Everything has to be investigated. It's not a coincidence that the president just came, put a mental crowd that welcomed him, and all of a sudden his national resident in Kings Court will fire. What is going on? It should be investigated. Those are high-profile homes, sophisticated homes, just like the house of the NSA director got burned a few times. All those things should be investigated. And if CDC is suspecting that there was an explosion that took place, what Prince Sharif said, LPR will send journalists in the days we hear information. Like, what do you mean poor news? It will be somebody will say something, but it will come up. We'll see that in that.
Thank you.
Whatever. Electrical will see it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right. Let's hear from you. Caller, you're next in line. 702 number, you're next in line. Let's hear from you. 702, you're next in line, or should I go ahead and call Rescue 3? 702.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
This is Madam Julia Duncan Cassell.
Oh, Madam Cassell, Julia Duncan Cassell, the woman who stood in the way and said Mary Brown not going no jail.
As a former superintendent, Grand Bachelor?
Normally,
yes.
I don't call on the show. I listen and I follow. But sometimes our people need to give the correct information.
Thank you. Are you there? You're breaking up. You're breaking up. We can't hear you.
Oh, I'm here. I'm here. But I didn't feedback.
Okay.
Yes.
So you gotta maybe you're around some sort of a
monitor.
Device.
You gotta lower it.
Your device, you gotta lower the monitor or something, other device you're listening to, and then okay, here we go. Go ahead.
Okay. Let me say thank you. Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
You can hear me now?
Yeah, but the monitor is still, I can still hear myself in your background. So you just have to lower the monitor or just shut it down, listen to us on the phone.
Well, you so cheap that your supplemental number you use it.
Yeah.
So the number
That Sacramento number.
Madam Superintendent, let me give you my WhatsApp number. That man, you know why you put that number?
Go ahead. Yeah, madam, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'll call you on my phone.
Okay. You want me to call you direct?
Yes, please do. Call me on my phone.
All right. They've seen number on here now, right?
Same number.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
She just need to lower her monitor or cut it off.
Yeah, let's try calling her. Yeah. Okay. So let me call her. She's still in the doorway. Said nobody throwing Mary Brown in jail here. We still okay. Can you hear me now?
Very well.
Okay. All right. But there's a device you're listening to in the background that is going to be disturbing your conversation with us.
Okay, it's my phone, though. Let me lower it because of my phone I use it. Is it better?
Yeah. Okay. But your phone, are you listening?
Is it on speaker? Is your phone on speaker?
No. So the phone you're using, any other device around there that you're listening to, you got to shut it down.
Let me close my...
If the monitoring the program, you just need to come and turn the other volume down.
Okay, can you hear me better?
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll listen to it. Go ahead.
Let me say that I follow the show. Yes. I monitor the program, but I normally don't call. But I'm concerned to call tonight.
Okay.
And I hope that all of you can hear me.
Yes. Go ahead.
Currently, I'm calling from Nevada, to be specific, Las Vegas.
Okay. Go ahead, we're listening.
She's listening to herself because the
former
feedback.
superintendent,
Yes.
former minister of gender,
Yes.
an activist.
So, Madam Cassia, do you have a radio or a TV on, or Facebook TV on?
Look, I'm watching you on TV, so maybe I should cut on the TV.
Yeah, you need to cut off the TV. You need to
Just
cut the
low, like you
TV
can
off.
just lower it. That's it. Turn the volume off.
Yeah. Okay, much better. If you lower the TV or cut it off, you're fine. Go ahead, speak on that.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say to you all, Liberia is all that we have, is all that we own, and is all that we belongs to. I have an aunt that once advised me that everybody that died and go to church have this big ceremony when they are going to the cemetery. The only thing that follow them is the hearse. No youth truck, no to do with go with them. Our issue in Liberia is bigger than what we know. And to see people come and talk about the situation in Liberia, it touches me because it's bigger than all of us. And my brother from Sacramento, he knows the work we did and what we did and what we'll continue to do. But I'm just saying, let's have an open mind. Let this discussion not be centered around an individual, but around our country, our individual counties from where we come from. We all have a role to play. And he can attest. I lived in California for 36 years. I made the decision to move home because I went home 1997 first. And I saw the needs of my people. And everybody thought I was crazy to leave what I was doing to go home. But today, the amount of Liberians that have followed us to help to build our country, pillar by pillar, stone by stone. We cannot build it by one person. It has to be done collectively. All is not Kelly, all is not right. It's not right in America. Look what's happening. It's not right in Europe. It's not right in Asia. Let's not put our country down. Let's talk about what it is that we can do to help village by village, county by county. Then we go to the capital. Let's not putting the blame on one or two persons. Let's put it on ourselves. Let's put it on ourselves. My big brother knows. He's in Sacramento. He knows all my family in California. And all of you on this platform know who I am. But I made that decision because of my love and my contribution to my country, especially to my county grandpastor. I called tonight because I was listening to the discussion, and I thought after listening to what we heard at the General Assembly after 80 years of the United Nations, we had nothing to show for it. Presently, I've been in that room. I've been there with presidents. Then we heard our President Obama. Let's compare that and let's see how we, as Liberians, can help to make a difference in our country, Liberia, a very small country. Liberia has been named among the world countries as the third when it comes to accommodations, friendship. Liberia people are very sociable. They are very friendly. Our people just need the space to be able to develop themselves, to be able to send their children to school, to be able, and that's what we're asking all of us in the diaspora, outside the diaspora, to see how together you can help one village at a time. Forget about politicians. Our people, we support them, but they vote for the wrong people. But that's not the point. Because of lack of education,
lack of knowledge, lack of support. If we're going to support our people, we need to educate them, to tell them that the power they have to make a difference is in their hands. So I called tonight to congratulate my big brother and congratulate all of the analysts and all of those who are listening, that no one person can change our country. We can only do it collectively. Others have tried. We need to move forward. We need to stop the blame and the name shaming. We need to move forward. Everybody pick one and say, look, I'm going to focus on education. I'm going to focus on health. I'm going to focus on youth development. I'm going to focus on agriculture. I'm going to focus on education. And you focus on that, together we can move our country forward.
Thank you.
But to stop,
Madam Minister?
to blame people, we're not helping each other.
Thank
We're not
Madam Minister?
Thank
So
you.
again, let me say thank you
Thank
for
you.
listening to me. Thank you.
So
Whenever you're ready
what
to
we-
call me, I would be there. I know you for grandchildren, for grandpa.
Yeah,
So
what we
all the focus.
right. What we're going to do, Madam, is to one. I think you have a lot you want to say, and I think we can afford you that opportunity here on this platform as well. Any other platform will still do that for you, but I think we have your number. We will engage you and perhaps schedule some sort of a conversation with us, where all of these can come out and perhaps you can say more. Is that something we
Thank
can
you.
do together?
Yes,
Okay.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye. Okay. Caller, what's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind?
Yeah, this is Brigadier Powell.
Yeah, Brigadier.
Yeah, thank you for the show. You know, I listen to, I now really want to call, but I listen to former general minister talking there. I really wonder why library people really know what they can be saying. Look, when people have opportunity and they misuse it.
Hold on. Let me merge the other guy. Hold on. Let me merge this. Who is this? Who is this? Is it Rescue 2? But why Rescue 2 when I merged? It's not working. Brigable, you on your Brigable, are you still there?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, make it somebody up. We got other people behind. Make it fast. Brigable.
When people have opportunity, I mean, you see opportunity then after our
Breakable. What's exactly you're trying to say? Thank you very much. We know what.
Oh man, let me learn.
Oh.
Let me learn.
Okay, all right. Okay, Breakable. Thank you. Let me bring in your guru. Let me bring in Priest Sherry again. I know, but hold on, Breakable. I beg your Yamana, Mr. So just hold on. No, but Mr. So we're almost done. All right. Is it Prince Sherry?
Yes, sir. This is Prince Sherry.
Okay, Brigable, you want to yield to Prince Sherry or not?
Why would you do that?
Mr. So, I'm running my show. Go ahead, Prince Sherry. Brigable say he yielding me. You know they're all going to yield to Prince Sherry. Why would I hide that? All of them going to yield to Prince Sherry. Why you want me to can't hide that? Prince Sherry, go ahead. The man say yield to you. That's CDC to CDC. What are you talking about? Go ahead.
Thank you so much. We appreciate our brother who is very intellectually taught to give me the opportunity. Mr. So, I just listened to the Honorable Gender Minister, and this is my own dissatisfaction. This is my own frustration as I listen to our mother. I believe that in order for us to build a better Nigeria, we must come to the discussion with honesty and sincerity. It is unfortunate. Up to now, I am yet to hear from this honorable woman who all of us cherish. And many Nigerian women would like to even step in your footpath. I have not seen or heard from her.
Mr. Sherry, I don't mean to Mr. Sherry, I don't mean to interrupt. But I don't know whether you were listening. She said she got more. Hold on, Mr. Sherry. She said she had more to say, and because of that, we will invite her here, and let's hear more that she have to say. She's just giving us some a little background, what she many things that she might have to say. So can we give us that opportunity and give us a little latitude here while she come on here to say exactly what she wants to say. And then when she spends some time with you, perhaps you will be able to come. But just 1 minute or 2 seconds, she explain, just to say let's work together. And now it's going to be something else. So I will advise, strongly advise that you hold your peace, and let's give us the opportunity when she come on here and have that conversation with her. How is that?
Doing, it will not be fair. We have gone 2 years under this administration. We have not seen a critical piece from our mother, whom I respect, and I appreciate her for serving our country. We have gone 2 years with our children being raped, with our people in the job being changed, with the level of sexual-based violence increasing in Liberia. We have not heard anything from our mother. Is it not prudent enough that we remind our mother? 2 years ago, under this Becker administration, our mother has not said anything. Then she will wait for another 1 or 2 hours, or maybe 1 or 2 days to do so. Is this not unfair to the Liberian people who look at this particular mother, who has the experience, who is well with her,
and that's why she says she's going to utilize Mr. Sherry. You yourself, you have your own show. These things they go by time and they go by appointment and what have you. She's a honorable person. I can't just rush her and bring her on the show and say let's talk. I have to set an appointment with her. She have other business schedule, you know that. So let's give her some time. I will set time with her where she will be able to be invited here respectfully, and we're gonna have a conversation. So I think you waiting for maybe 1 or 2, even 3 months, it's not gonna do anything. So let's give us the opportunity so we can go on with it. Thank you very much, Sherry. I know you have a lot to say, but I want to thank you and I want to ask you your indulgence on this. Can you hear me?
Okay, I agree with you. Let me leave this issue, right? Let me leave this issue. Since you are saying that we must wait for 2 years before she can address the calamity that is happening in our country, I agree with you. I will pause on it. But to the issue of torture, hello? Are you getting me, sir?
Yeah, we're getting you. We're getting you.
It is unfortunate that Liberians.
Hold on, Mr. Sherry. Mr. CEO, just to ask you, we're going to go over maybe about 15 minutes of our time tonight. Go ahead, Sherry.
I have to go.
Even look at Nigerians on your platform and you, the people who experienced the war, who is a direct victim of the war, that today you will not be able to vote against this torture. It beats my imagination. I see people trying to come on the issue of torture. Torture, all of us know that Liberia signed the United Nations Declaration to protect the lives of people, even the lives of the victims.
Hold on, let me merge it. I think nobody taking the toucher stuff lightly, Mr. Sherry. But thank Mr. Sherry, thank you very much. We all take this toucher stuff very seriously. Go ahead, Mr. Sherry. I want to thank you very much. I hope you will have the opportunity to join us. Because usually when you join us, we have some fruitful conversation as usual. So please bear with us. Let me merge Rescue 3 here. Rescue 3, merging you is very difficult. It's very, very hard. You see, everything going to go downhill. Rescue 3, I don't know what. Okay. All right. Hold on. 91, Rescue 3, just hold on. 917, please make it brief. What's your name? Where you're calling from? What's on your mind? Not you, Rescue 3. No, yeah, go ahead.
You can't remember my number. Always. This is Koto. I just wanted to do my closing when you're ready, so that's why I called.
Oh, okay. All right, Koto. Thank you. Okay, just then just pack yourself 1 minute. Sorry, I don't recognize your number. I'm very sorry about that. Let's go. Rescue 3. Let's hear from you. Make it brief, so the CEO can close and he can take a Mandiha by home tonight.
You figure out my higher to know.
Mr. Thor, how you doing?
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, come another one.
Tonight, Bamboo with the Vacola, so let me let you know facts.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, be very much dishonest to the network and to we the listener tonight. This network is hard to listen to. Yeah, this network is hard to listen to. For you to use the network, to preach that we to come on the network to steal the lies on the network. I don't think that's what the network is intended for. A preacher we want to come on, they come as a parliament, get there, discuss and share his view with the other parliament on the show. But then they come up with sort of lie that the government want to assassinate Jombia. Media, you got to be very careful because these are the propaganda that can cause chaos in the country. The person that preacher Sharia talking about it now tonight is a well popular person in the country, highly respected. So any never use them never to come out with their lies. I don't think, and you invite him. We thought that you were going to ask him when he spill these lies, you know, ask him question. When the former superintendent and the former minister came on the air to explain her view, they preach every time. One moral that preach every had to come out to talk about a woman not talking about rape. And under the administration, 2-3 of their hurricane of the government official CDC, their president in jail in South Korea for rape. He don't want to come here to talk about rape tonight. He tried to talk down on the former minister. I don't think this is what the network is eternal for. Okay, on the issue of the torture, no, we are not supporting because those that they are lands that they were tortured, they are Liberian. If this happen, it is true that it's happening. I condemn it. I'm not in support of it. But these people were sent to JFK, in which the different groups there that they never wanted JFK. They want to go and get here to another area. So we cannot just join in for the case and get there, start concluding that these people are touching this and that. If these people are touching, it's true that they are touching, we all will fight against it. But the money in which the network are being getting they use tonight, I don't think is what the network is intended to be used. Thank you for the show.
Thank you very much. You will be the last caller as usual. Okay, 917 number. Are you there? Okay. What that's the Carter says Carter, good evening. Go ahead. What will be your closing and then Terry and CEO can take us home.
Thank you, Mr. To, and I'd like to say hi to Prince Cherie and the rest of the people that just coming on. You know, the good thing about this government, we have cases that are ongoing investigations. That today, at least they can be able to bring out their claims and counter claims, you know, to be investigated. I see, like the court already said, he was lying here that Sir Joseph house was burned and Fonati Kofa house was burned. And, you know, he talked about the CDC headquarters. So, unfortunately, all of the cases that he even raising, I'm very ashamed of him, Cherie. That his own people came out, the very side Joseph came out to say that it was the very CDC, the seditionists that went to burn his house. And for Nancy Kofa, it was alleged that even it was the CDC, the seditionists, that burned his place because they thought he was getting powerful than we are. And they stay in power 6 years. The headquarters he claimed, is it a government institution? Was it a government that broke it down or it was in court? That they could not meet up with their obligation. They sat there, the very president that they're yielding to today, that is saying here too today, they're going to receive at the airport. The men sat there and paid for the 8 condominiums. Besides that, all of their hands were building institutions for themselves. What did they do about building somewhere headquarters for CDC?
Okay.
That this case they have been on it. Even the man came out and said it. How long they have been on their case? They couldn't get justice. Today the man got justice. The attorney that they have, they accepted their offense.
Thank you.
The rape issue. The rape, Mr. Anto, I beg you, just give me 1 minute. The rape allegation that he bringing on. That where they are, like the court already said. Some of their workers that today in Korea, they are even feeding now to get it out.
Right.
Well,
since Carter, we're way behind time. The CEO has already left. So just hold your peace tomorrow.
Just can dismiss somebody for rape, okay, alleged rape. At least there is some cause.
Okay. Thank you.
The whole government were accused of raping women and having sexual harassment issues in the government. There was nothing done about it. But today, something is done about all of the allegations he's breaking forth.
Thank
So
you.
I say there's a shame on him. You know?
Thank you. Let's thank you, Sis Cotto, and you'll be the last caller for the night. Thank you very much, and we'll say good night to you as well. Thank you. The CEO has left because apparently he's going to have to go, but maybe I might have to call him on and see if he want to make any statement. But Terry, let's hear from you. We're way behind time anyway, but you know, like, bro, stuff when we get on it, we can't get out.
Yeah, actually, it's obvious that this is an open platform. These are all freedom of speech of Q3. You're trying to call CEO?
Yeah, no, but go ahead.
So yeah, so you know, it's an open platform, allow people to speak free and say what they want to say. Yeah. It doesn't mean what they say.
CEO, Terry, hold on 1 minute. Let's hear from, I know he left already. CEO, you got any closing on this? Yeah, very short, very quick one.
Not much. I think it was a good conversation, and I really wanted to hear more from the former minister, and it was good you made that request. But tomorrow is going to be an interesting show. Top ANC executives, as you know, massive preparation is ongoing for the convention. What it's all about. 3 of their USA diaspora officials going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to have a good conversation. Other than that, I won at night.
Oh, I'll call you then. You say you won night. Bye. Good night. Again, that's it. The man who left plow. Yeah, why? Yeah, that Terry. All that time he said, "I'm gonna call." I call him. He said, "Oh, and I see you going." I call him. Yeah, what is it? He won the night. My goodness.
Obviously, you know, Mr. So will say that because he won that kind of stuff. But obviously, you know, you're not going to win here easily. But
Exactly.
Here is the thing here. Spring Sherry come up here and say a lot of allegations.
I will invite Prince Sharif. I will invite him on here. I hope he will take the invitation so he will be a guest contributor on this show while we're all here. Yeah. And then we can have a conversation because I understand the frustration. I know people wanted me to ask him questions, but for me, these kinds of stuff, I have no clue. What question would I ask? Even if he answer any other way, I have nothing to counter.
I understand. Exactly. And you are old, you know, that one made you're older guy, you live and you have experience. And I like that about you. Because you know that he's already have a preconceived mind. So why ask him any question? You're not going to get anything.
No, not only that. If I have all of this stuff, if I have, for example, what is happening to the house, if I have more information, right, I can engage you on that. But I have nothing.
But in my own view,
so, but anyway, go ahead.
The man is accusing the president of throwing petrol bomb. Just the other day, Prince, the former, how you call it, the former defense minister, what his name, Prince Johnson, the man's house got burned. They were all on social media saying that the man that didn't want to burn the man himself burned a house. People's houses been getting burned. Why should it be that we are the president way into the GA something? Then you accusing the president of sending people to go burn. First of all, burning. When they come to burning thing, that CDC is familiar with burning. Go look at the history. They got a history. Right now, your people in court for burning. They are being accused, even they are not convicted, but burning you guys are associated with fire business. So what made you think that this thing could not be a setup from you guys, your one point president we are playing, so that you can stir up the people against the government? What made you think is that the strategy that you got? Let me tell you something. We're not stupid. We know Liberia very well. Very, very well. We're not just sitting here in America with someone, oh, Jack, come here, America. We know how Liberia been running. I was in Liberia for at least 12-year leadership. I saw CDC performance. And most of the people Go ask Horatio Good what CDC did to him. Go ask Budu Wesson what they did to him. Go ask Henry Costa what they did to him. You're talking about violence? You're talking about burning? You're talking about destroying people? Go ask Kalano. So when a man is sitting now talking about, oh, the Joseph, the papa way to that papa look at somebody working K-fly. So, but however, these are things your own, let somebody say, Koto, your own Sir Joseph accused the CDC of burning a horse. They stand up, the chairman for Unity Party during the CDC-led government, his horse was sprayed with gasoline and other things, and they burned his horse down. You won't talk about burning? Look, come on, man. You know what really surprised me is that they never stop. And because they don't like, because they're surprised that the government took over, it's hurting them still. So they just fighting. That is sitting the day yesterday to the airport. They're fighting to create some kind of confusion. And that is that President Weah himself is trying to tell them, say, look, this is not the way to go. They're refusing to listen to him. So they want to just create chaos because right now you got the MCC. The MCC sent delegate to Liberia. So they don't want that particular deal to go through to help Liberia to progress. So what they're trying to do now is to create some kind of chaos and make it look like to say that the government doing it. But I don't believe that. I want to believe that thing is happening among the very CDC people. That thing got nothing to do with you. Master President, we as I don't even know about it. But they want him to turn on the government so that he can put people also to go and say, yeah, they try to attack me, they try to do something. That's what they're trying to do. And I'm feeling very bad for the former president Hoss to be on fire. If that is something that what he's saying that people throw petrol bomb, I'm really praying for Gregory Coleman to investigate it. Because you can't be, this is a former president in the country.
So you think if the police decide to investigate, you think the former president CDC they will cooperate?
Or that they honor the control of the government, of the police. But if they say they don't want him to investigate,
you can't force the men to
I agree. If they say they don't want him to investigate, Gregory Coleman will not investigate. But that calls for investigation because they may already on the network now accusing the president of trying to assassinate former president. You know what that warrant? That statement he just made on the network, you know what it means? And he written it here. He will any evidence or proof whatsoever. You know, so these are things, liberal. Without an MCC scorecard, they just want to create chaos in the country so everybody can say, oh, yeah, they're trying to so the country can be printed by so the MCC can't come to Liberia. But I think a lie. The MCC people, they explained to you today, they told you exactly. Donald Trump is moving to trade. So they're not giving us free money. Anything they're doing for us, they're going to get paid back. So all that thing you're doing, that is not going to work. Thank you, David, for the show.
Thank you, Terry. As usual, you're always there. I want to thank you very much. Folks, those of you that are watching, former minister, former superintendent, and a strong lady, Madam Julia Cassell herself, we say thank you very much for turning in tonight to watch her. We will extend invitation to you. I think you have a lot you want to talk about, I hope. And we will spend 2 hours here with you if you give us the opportunity to have that conversation with you or whatever it is you want to discuss. Because you also been advocating for so many people in Liberia and for so many things in Liberia. So we will find our opportunity, we'll engage you and set up a time to meet with you. My Esther, thank you very much tonight again. George, all of you, lots of people been writing here, lots and lots of you tonight. Evis, we want to thank you all. I know it's late over there, but all of you tonight again, we want to thank you. Terry, thank you very much for joining us. Let's meet on Mr. Social tomorrow.
Thank you.
I'm not too sure if he's going to invite us because he said he having a guest. I'm not too sure if we're going to meet him, but if not, let's be ready for Tuesday. Thursday.
Well, you don't involve anything will stay.
Exactly. Exactly.
we still survive. Anyway, thank you, Leroy.
Thank you, Terry. Again, folks, Samson to Labro Parito. I want to thank all of you again for tuning in tonight, specifically to the former minister agenda. Manaka said, thank you very much for joining us tonight. And we hope that we'll do the best here to make sure people like you will continue to watch us from time to time. And like I said, we will extend an invitation to you, the formal invitation to you, so that we can have the conversation here. Again, Samson I want to say good night to all of you. Let's continue to pray for one another because it's very important that we pray for one another and stay safe out there. I'd rather you come here, you and myself will go with our Tabata here than somebody getting hurt. So stay safe. Samson Labro Radio. Good night, folks. Wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank God for that. We say thank you. Good night.
Si o que me vai tu a dia na no sira mamenu te agosamu con waga rere ne qui yo ganti aplo a dia na no sira kadu sabu busundo sazo mega ye blanco kwandi so ka waga kama mapenyo no consider Bagum ya botana ya to dogin su kewe to gain su ku ko e si ao mamen bu to gain su Lero mana we ya we so su kewe to gain su ku ko e si ao to gain su tuma o gore nyana no yo ka go do Mawe koya mohi te wangore toke waro kongwe te idu Mawe soye sikawe latu Iye kwe mote wanu wakarakara mui Muso ikasu Buplaki ya mui Nyoba wakamao Hawe soye sikawe Hawa nasu wa yetu kaugu Maone wabili waku Zo siero wabili waku Wakasuwa Mawe nyoko nyoko mao Maluo Kuna gonza sasa Ingo mume na zabagu Hapaka yute tumetone Maka wakori nitoke Gonga gbebo atene Mage ya mae Sewe wapia ya wasore Tumagasi Maugana kala mui Laki ya mui Yama wakama Ana nura yetu Come on. I